I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey, yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great coops. Uno, no, I can't be number two. MVP, the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe, never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Million beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Redskins. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
From the gun, Jackson. And he lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington Washington, touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Redskins' 41-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 30.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Check three, check three, check three.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Let's go. Just the outlaw. Mark 50. Hey, watch the slant. Who's that?
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for Darius Geis. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Off to Geis on the screen. Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, 79 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Geis. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go. Do it.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check 15.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Operating from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go now. 15 on it. 15 on it. Show it right. Show it right. Show it right.
On the draw, they go to Geis. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Easy, easy. 4th down. Easy, easy. Switch it, kid. Switch it.
On first down, it's Haskins. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On play action, Haskins. Catch is made, it's Harmon. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he slings one that's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. 3rd down here.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike's 50, let's go. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Ain't on the back. Hey, we got Mike 50, yeah?
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look in the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They've played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Jackson now, throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Good job.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They go play action with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Here's Jackson to throw on third down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch 10, watch 10. Okay, double up, double up, double up, double up.
Here's Haskins to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And it's a fumble. Darren Lee picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get
Play action. It's Jackson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
To throw is Jackson. On third down, they'll set up a screen for Breida. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, and he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Watch time. Tight end right. Hey. 4 down. Watch the twist.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. On first down, this is Geis pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At their 48-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
We got 4.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Darren Lee there to get him down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
They come out here in the I. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Check hot route. Hot.
Second down, Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd and goal, Haskins. The quick slant caught. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I got you.
Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 4.
from the gun. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Let's go.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early.
Get the ball.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Man, I got you. I got you. Undercrush.
And Jackson throwing once more. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's put that team on the box. Echo. 53 is the mic. Stop your whining. 53 is the mic. 50, go. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Jackson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Show it. Go.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Win the rep. Let's go right here.
They go play action now. Jackson. Forced out to his left. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A good pickup there, 21 yards. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over, is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
22, 22, eyes on 22.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Breida. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, 4th quarter, you're going. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll go option to the short side, and he is going to lose yardage here. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Mike 40. Don't get nervous.
Here's Haskins. Now he's flashed out right. Now he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
You ain't doing nothing. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Arm. Our time. It's our time. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Here's Jackson on 3rd long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Tavon Young in on the tackle. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Double time. 4 down, run it.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 40 at the 39. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Washington, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.